class. So, welcome to PowerShell for SQL Server DBA Day 7 class. So today we are going to discuss about Day 7 class. And today what we are going to learn about, like the last class, three things today we are going to do. One is taking the backup into the database. That is the one thing. How to take the backup into the PowerShell. And see here, I was taking the one line of code into the beginning where start the services and stop the services, and we have gone through the 3 days. I don't know how many days class I have explained to modify, but actually there was only one line. As per our convenient, we have written, we have started lot of variable and all log file, many things we have done that. Same thing in the PowerShell for the taking the backup also. Now I am going to give you the example using SMOs. I will go and I will take the backup, but later I am going to show you using commandlets also how you can perform. But as per your requirement, just I will show you one script which is developed by me. Just I will go through it. So now what I have done. So first I will go and I will run the script. After that, what I am going to do, I am going to show you this script what it is doing, and you have to reach to till that point. See, many people will mix that TSQL code into the PowerShell. Many people will use .NET thing. Many people will use commandless. Many people will use your DBA tool into the scripting, right? But I want anyhow my work has to be completed. What you want to implement, either you use TSQL or nobody is going to see what you have added into that. But finally, what is my requirement? That requirement has to fulfill, right? That is only Sandeep, in your office, what they are using into the PowerShell code, never you are worry about that, right? Nobody has seen like what code you are developing, how you have developed. Finally, you want result has to become, right or wrong?
Right, sir.
Right. So same thing, I will go through that one. And you are doing the backup also, right? Backup, restore, everything you are doing PowerShell, you told, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So today I have written one script for, this is the very big script. You will not understood, but something I'm showing you how I have added multiple things into this, but don't think I'm going to explain you this code. If I'm going to explain you this code, it will take a lot of time. So what I'm doing now, to see here, I have one. So this time what I'm doing, I have scheduled my PowerShell code using the SQL server. Whenever I want to take the all database backup, I will start this job. What is this job will do? This job is going and creating the backup for the all database. Just I will go one by one, then you will understood. So this job is running. So what happened, once this job will complete, my backup will going to create in this location. So you can see that backup has been creating for the all database. It is created the log also. So how this was happened and how I have achieved this. So just I will go through it one by one. So what is there inside my job? First of all, we have to see inside my job what I have done. I have just written what I have written. I have given my PowerShell location where the PowerShell exe file is there. After that, I am writing here my dump location. Means dump is my PowerShell script. I have written one PowerShell script also, and here it is configuration file. I will go and I will read. So you got it. This script, when it is going to be executed, this script will be go and it will pick up this configuration file. Inside that configuration file, what thing I have passed, everything it is going to be taken from there, right? So just I will go and you will see that. So this is the very big script. Maybe you will not able to understood, but how I have achieved that one, later you should have to reach to this point. Getting or not? And same way only you are running the PowerShell in your office, Sandeep. So
For backup, yeah.
For backup, like what happened, I have cleared here one server name, SQL underscore server. Here I am passing my server name. See here what thing I have implemented here. Here I am passing database list. If I want all user database, I have written here. If I want all user database, I will be just right. I am going to pass all underscore DB. If I want only system database, I will pass like this. If I want specific database, I can write like this. If I want all user database, I will write like this. Right? So whatever I want, what I have written has means it will not going to take anything. If I'm writing directly db underscore or user database, so what it will do, I am telling my configuration file go to define all user database I want. Down you can see I have implemented in the script different type of dump. You know already what are the dump type is there, means backup type, full compressed, log compressed. There is a many thing is there, right? Full compressed, it is there. Log compressed, what is that? Full native, what it will do? Full native means without compression you can take the backup. Log means log backup without compression. Differential compress means differential backup, right? There is something called light speed. You all know about light speed? No. What is the light speed backup? You don't know? Okay, fine. Just you go and read light speed also. It is a third party tool. If you are going with the light speed backup, if you are going to implement very fast, your backup is going to be complete and it will take less space also. So leave it. If it is not there, I don't want to discuss about. So for the light space, so I have given the variable, means I have passed my, I want full compressed backup. So I have passed here. Even in the backup only, I have given vent also. If you want with maintenance, what it will do? With maintenance means what is happen? dbcc check gb and rebuilt index I want to be implemented in my backup only, right? If I want to do the indexing of that, if I'm going to take the backup and I want to do the indexing, that time also I can do that. So that also logic I have implemented here. No man, if you want only check db has to be happen. So this much of thing I have implemented. If you will go with the fill factor, right? So if you want, you can give the fill factor. You know the fill factor. If you don't know, you go and read about that fill factor. It is very important for the for your this one indexing purpose. So I have passed here dump location where my backup has to be kept, right? And down you will see I have given here something called log location where my log file will goes, means once the backup will be completed, where it is going to be right into this thing. So like that I have created here, and one place I have copied my script, right? Whenever I am running this, whatever you are saying, it is going here, it will generating the log file also, it will generate the backup file also. Just we'll see, it will take some time. It's going and it is reading configure. So like that script has been developed. That script is very big script. So and we, so yet till this kind of thing, everything we can implement into that, but it will require a lot of practice for you. So see here, it is done. If I will go to the log file, if I will go, what is the log file? It is saying log file is giving that what is the version of the dump, what is that who ran this execution account, from which account it is script was executed, where what is the host name, at what time it is started, where the configuration file it is there, where the log file it is going to be created. It is giving the all what are the parameter I have sent saved, like your all user database I have taken, whatever, what is the version of that, all detail. It is up to you what kind of thing you want to give, what are the database it is going to be take the backup, right? This all detail. Down you can give what are the database it is completed or not. So all detail you will able to see from here, right? If I will go with index also, if you want, you can go. So just for your purpose, I will go and I will, this time what I'm going to do, I want my indexing should be happen, so I will go and I will change to indexing and all. So this kind of script you have to develop. It will be contain the all detail. It will be what happened now, if my database is something I have given the wrong database, or I have just make the database offline. This time what happened again, if I'm going to run the script, what it has to do, it has to start the script, but it this time it has to generate the log file with what, it has to generate the log file with, if database is offline, so it has to write that detail into the log file. And Sandeep, you are doing like that only in your office. If something is failed, you are reading the log file, right? After running the any script, right? First work
Right,
is
sir.
your go and read your log file, right? correct?
Yes, sir.
So this thing only
Yes.
your senior will tell. In the PowerShell, whatever script you will execute, first once it will complete, go and read the log file whether it is completed or not. So how the log file is generated, last class also I have explained. This is as per your convenient. You have to give the try, you have to think like what thing I have to, and adding this thing to the log file. What happened now? My script is completed. If I will go to my log file, there is two files generated, and you can see that it will be give somewhere that database is your offline. Database is not dumped. You can see that somewhere because I have written for the all. You can go and you can go one by one. You can see somewhere it will give offline. And here one more logic I have given here. If it is executed with one, right? So please understood there is some error is there in the file. If your file is become very big and I am reading, I am not getting. So you go to direct first and you are seeing it is, if it is 0 means everything completed successfully. If it is direct, if you are finding 1, so please understood there is some issue is there into that. So you can see the MyDB, it is failed. Database for this one, it is failed, right? It is giving that result. MyDB, it is failed. So it is something, it is there. You will able to find out why it is saying like MyDB cannot be opened because it is offline. So you will see your log file itself, it's contain the all detail, right? And Sandeep, how you are running the backup file in your office?
Yeah, in migration time only we run the backup by the PowerShell.
Okay.
We
Okay.
took the
So you are also going the same way. Somewhere you have to give the log file location, full backup location, and
right, sir.
Right now, like that only you are going.
Yes.
So
Yes.
it is up to you. So and here what it is generated? It generated my log file with this name, and it is given that taken that naming convention, timing convention. 2022 is your what year, 10 is your month, 8 is your date, right? 08 is your
Yes.
hour, 18 is your minute. Then after it is second, then it is millisecond, something it is added lot of. And what about your dump thing? So whenever you take in the backup, it is generated with your host name underscore instance name underscore database name underscore something, it is given db you want compress, so it is giving compress, and after that it is your timing convention, year, month, year, date, month, minute, hour, minute, second, and millisecond, right? So you understood this. This is the script it was developed, but how to reach to that point, it will take lot of time, and I am going to explain you just first step of this PowerShell, how we can achieve this. That is the first step. Later you should only have to think, and as per your requirement you have to modify the script. You have to reach till that point what I have shown today. Understood this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hi Venkat. So I am going with first script. I was taking the very simple script in the PowerShell. So this all are the you're loading the SMOs to the server, to the session. Any of these things I have written 2 times. If you are running, not running, that is not a problem, because if the already it is loaded in your profile, no need of writing this SMOs to load. But if it is not there, you have to load. I have written here 3 different type of SMOs, but only this SMOs, if you load this much of work, you will able to finish. But I have written all SMOs one time. So what you have to do, in one page you can see which kind of SMOs and how to load the DDL and SMOs file. So what you will do, that much of 5, 6 or 10 SMOs in the you can load into the every script. So once you will start writing any script, better you load it. So you will have you opened this script, PowerShell script, Sandeep, in your office? Have you seen they are loading that some SMOs or DLL file? Have you opening or not then PowerShell script in your office?
Yes, sir.
So something you have seen like this, they are declaring it to loading
Yes,
that
sir.
SMOs, right? So
Yeah.
so what they will do, no? So they will directly, they will 5 or 10 SMOs, they will load. Like, so they will not decide this SMOs is only for this willow work, they will all SMOs in one time, only one shot, only 10 or 15 lines they will write. If it is there or not there, load that for the session, right?
Yes,
Correct.
sir.
For taking the backup, it's required two SMOs to be you have to just create, or you have to load. That is the one SMOs is the SQL.server. That one we have done many times, right? And in this we are passing the server name. This one I am doing using SMOs. Later I am going to show you how we can do using commandlets. So what I have done, I have just created one new object and I have declared my SMOs, and same way I am passing the server name from here. Then again I am taking again one variable. This time I have to declare the SMO which name is Microsoft SQL Server dot management dot SMO dot backup. This SMOs, right? This SMO I am saving into this, and my server level of information SMOs I am saving into the S. After that, what you have to do, you have to just declare it into that backup. Means now if you will go and you will see what is the backup in this SMOs, there is something called default setting, which will be already saved into this SMOs, right? But if you want to take the backup using SMOs, you have to declare what will be the database has to be goes inside that, right? What will be the backup location? What type of backup you want? That is very, very important, right? Database name, file, and which type of backup you want to take, right? For taking the backup, this three is very, very important. Without this three thing, if you have not decided, you will not able to take the backup, right? Correct, no?
Yes, sir.
So here what I have done, I have just decided these three things. What thing I want to take my database backup, I will write my master database. Just I am teaching you for the single database if I have to. And next one is where you want to take the backup and what will be the file location, the name of this backup. So what I will do, I will just delete this. I am giving this file, this my backup has to be generated in this location. Now you have seen everything I'm hard coding, right? Later you know how you have to remove this hard coding thing from the script, right? That one thing, are you remember how it has to take database name by itself, right? So that thing you know already. So I have given here, this is my master database, this is my location of the file where it has to save. So what I have done, this here only I am saving, right, my all SMOs for the backup. So here what I am giving, that variable dot database means which database I have to take the backup. It is gone and it is saved into this one. Where will the backup device means which path I want to take the backup, that is again it is changed here. So and last what you have to do, you have to use this one because this will be content your all information. After that you have to write dot SQL backup and you have to pass this server level of information because it has to know which server I have to go and I have to take the backup. Remaining everything is same. This much is common for all, right? Database name, this, that, only server name you are going to change. So I am passing my server level of information from here. Database, this is the server level of SMOs detail. It will be passing from here. Database from here, database backup related thing, it will be I am telling go and take the backup. If it is running from this, so what you are able to see, the backup has been, what is it? Okay, maybe I have something I have run wrong. Okay, my server name is wrong. I have not given correct server name. So just I will be. This is my server name. I went here and I executed. So once I have executed, you will see the backup file has been created in this location, right? So this is backup file has been created in this location, right? So if you want to, so this is the only step. We remember this is the only step which using this we are going to take the backup, right? So what I am going to do, I am going to hash this value. Then what I am going to do, I am just reading this backup level of information. Just I will go and I will just read this. Means I am not going to take the backup. Just I want to know in that SMOs backup information, what is the value it is saved. If you will run, you will able to see this much of thing. Action is database, means you have to take the backup, full backup. You have to go with action. You have to pass the database here. If you want log backup, that time you have to pass action is log. So there is the many parameter is there, which one I have not given. Like you can see the backup set description. Are you remember what is the backup set description? In the normal also, in the SQL server, if you are going to run this restore header only information of the any file, it is going to give you the many parameter, right? Backup name, backup description, right? So this all you will able to set while you are taking the backup, right? But you are not giving it, just you are giving backup database name and location where the backup has to be created. What will be the backup file name? This three only, or full or different. But there is the many parameter in the SQL server you have to set. If you want, you can set what is the creation date or something you want, when your backup will be expire. There is a many things there, right guys? Because you all are the DBA, you are aware of this. Sandeep, Venkat,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
you are already aware of this. So like that only in using the PowerShell, if you want, if you want, maybe many things it will not work, like no recovery. There is no need of taking backup into the no recovery. There is no meaning of that, right? Once you are going for restore, that time you are going to set this, because this. So you got it, no? So using this much of, there is the many information it is there, which one you will able to pass and you will able to declare for your backup, right? Same thing I am going. If you want to take that log backup, how you are going to define? So there is nothing you have to do the change. Only what you have to change, if you want to take the log backup, that time what you have to do, you have to just pass here log, right? And I am just declaring here my DB1, I think it is there. Okay, so if I'm going to run this, what is going to be happen? My database log backup is going to be created. You can see, okay, why it is there in the text, I have to write TRN, right? It should not be log, it should be TRN. If it is TRN, means transaction log backup. If I will go and I will execute, you will see my backup has been created. Is saying backup file is a full backup. This is a transaction log backup, right? It is giving here. If you go and if you right click and if you go to the property, so you can read here that all detail it is there. So you can see after 10 minutes you guys have to log in again. So like that all detail you will able to see here. So you understood like how we are going to create the backup if we have to take. So if you want to go for differential backup, that time you have to give the incremental is equal to 1. This time if you will go and you will check the what will be stored into the DB underscore backup, this value is something different now. It is action is become log, and you have passed the database, you have passed this, so it is given here what will be the location, device and location for that. So it is like that. So what you want to pass, so that thing you can pass from this variable and you can take the backup. But this script is not important that much, because still you will not write the code as how I have written, right? Then only it is useful. So I hope you understood what are the command is there. These are the SMO which is used for the taking the backup. I'm moving more forward and little bit going with little bit more complex script. So I am not going to declare at all, but something. So what is my next things, next script? What I am doing, I'm taking one script this only, and I am adding few more point into this script. So like that only you have to follow and you have to reach to that point till where I was there. So in this time, what I'm going to do, I have taken this, I have written this script, and what is this script is doing? You can see I have added few more line into this. So what I have done here, it is also same script only. This all whatever just now I have explained, it is same only, but I have added few more things. Means this time if I will run this script, we'll see what is going to be happen. this time if I will run this script, what is going to do? So this time I was giving by itself on my name, right? What will be the backup file name, right? So this time what will be going to be happened? I think this is a script will work. If I've executed this, so what will be happen? It is giving that okay, there is something database is offline. That's why I'm getting this error. So I have executed this script. So once I have executed, it is displaying the all over the database which database backup has been taken, and we will go to the location. What I am saying, this time my database, it is coming with database name, then underscore that year, month, everything it is going to be display, right? 2022 is your year 10. Then if I'm going to delete this, if I'm going to run again, so it is taking that your timing also into this, means your database name and this all detail it is coming. So what I have done, I have this time I am not going to tell what name of the backup file. If I'm executing that script, automatically it is deciding what name has to be there. So it will decide what will be the database name. That one I have to add with the timestamp with .bak, right? So how I have done this? So this time what I have given, this one I have taken one variable. In this variable I have saved my server detail. I have taken one variable where I have saved the timestamp, right? If I'm going to run this, only this line, if I'm going to run this, what I'm getting? I'm getting result in this one, right? So these things only I will adding my here, my database name. Getting or not? The same after it is same thing. I am declaring one SMOs. Using that SMOs, I am passing my what? My server name using this SMOs. In this, what I have done, I have filtered all database level of information. If I will run only this much, what it is going to display? It is not going to display anything. If I will run only DBAs, it will give the all database level of information. It will be saved here. That all database level means it is not taking only name. It is taking the full things. Full whatever information is there, everything is saved into this variable. After that I have written for each. For each means it will take one by one name. So first it is taken example, first one is your adventure work. So it will take the adventure works, it will give it to here, this variable it is going to be saved. In this variable I am filtering just name. So this time what will be happen? So status, content, what not required, just I have taken the name and I have declared again that backup database SMOs, right? I have given some action is equal to database. This is also one way to load the SMOs. If you don't want action type to load, so you can remove this directly also. If you are going to type like this way, then also it will going to work. After that what I have given here, in this variable I am just saving my database name, right? And then got it, no? Here what happened, dot database means what? Dot database means this is my SMOs which is going to be saved into this dot bk, and in dot bk I am setting my all parameter like database. So database what should be? Database should be your name only I have to pass. So what will be content, you know that. So here it will be content your all information. In that all information I am filtering just name, database name, and I am saving into this. Compression is equal to 1 means it is going to compress backup, it is going to take. Media set I have written the disk. Then last I have decided where will be the path, what will be the path. So path I have already written dollar variable. This means in this path, it is going to add the database name. After that it is going to be score and add underscore. After that is going to give add the timestamp. What is the timestamp? At what time script will run? This value it is taking from here. In that is using adding that .bak file. After that, you already know I have explained, if you have to take the backup, you have to pass this in this way. Server SMOs you have to pass like here, and backup SMOs you have to pass here, and you have to write the SQL database. So it will take the backup, right? So till here, no doubt, right? If I'm going to execute, so this time it is not going to take that. I am not deciding what backup name should be where. It will go one by one because I have written into the for each loop, right? And here what I have given, I have written where object is not equal to, means if any database name you are finding with master model temdb and msdb, don't take that backup. right? So if I will execute that, only system database, only backup it will be taken. And last time you are told, instead of going with this, you can write if the database ID is greater than 4, right? That also you can write. I have written here, not is equal to with this, you can write with where database is ID is greater than 4, then you go. That also will perform the same thing. Here, if I am telling why I have written this logic here, if I am telling you I want exclude also, so you can write database ID is 4, you go and take the backup. In that, if you have like 20 databases there in your server, just understood the logic. If you have 20 database and you have written ID is greater than 4, what will be happen? Your all 20 database backup will be going to take. In that, I want 4 database or 1 database, it should not has to take, right? So that time, if I want to exclude everything, I will add this plus this. Where object is, I can write is greater than 40 and this is not match with this other database. So that one will exclude also will be do. You understanding now what I want to explain, guys? Sandeep, Venkat.
Yes, yes,
Yes, sir.
we got it.
So like that also you will able to implement. So it's required the full practice. If you are going to do, then only you will understood. Okay, I'm going with next step little bit more. I'm going now. So I'm going with I want. So here what will be happen? No, in this script drawback is what if my database is one database went offline. Just example. If any database went offline or my database went into a suspect state or recovery pending state or offline or some database I have passed with the I am passing individual database and that database is not able to find into that in that server, that time what is going to be happen? Your script will failed. And what will be the script will fail? It will be failed with this one, that is called exception. So which exception is will fail? Failed operation exception. And here it is not saying anything, right? You can see it is not saying any detail why it is failed. Backup failed for this only it is saying. It is not saying the database name also, right? It is display. So because I am displaying the each database name, so I can understood because I have written here database name, right? So for this will display the database name, then it will take the backup. So I can understood if it is failing here. So meaning of this means it is display this database name means then it is failed. So then it will mean my DB database only it is failed. But if I will has this one has this one means my name is not going to display, this time directly you will get that exception, and this error you will not understood why it is